Hey, how's everyone doing today? Hope everybody had a good week. Gonna do a little crypto update here, talk about this giant infrastructure bill and cryptocurrency and how they relate to one another. You can see here Chuck Schumer says the Senate is expected to vote on this bill in a matter of days. The bill is a $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package, but first, they still need to finish writing the legislation. Already sitting around 2,700 pages. They haven't finished writing it yet, but they're going to be ready to vote on it in a few days, which seems kind of weird. Like 6 months ago, neither side could agree on what color the sky was, and yet now they're getting really chummy on voting this bill through. The bill itself, infrastructure bill, black and white, I think could be very big. If done right, this could be extremely beneficial for the U.S. and the U.S. economy. The problem is government's involved. As soon as it comes from the black and white goodness of the infrastructure bill, it's going to go to the pen and paper of Congress, and that's where it's going to get screwed up. Because they're going to start sliding in provisions. They're going to start adding other bills to it that they can't get to pass standalone, and by they, I mean both Republicans and Democrats. They're going to start pushing their crap through with this package. This infrastructure package is quite popular, I guess. Understandably so, when you talk about infrastructure. However, the crap that's going to get added to the back is the issue. And our government's good about adding crap to stuff that has nothing to do with it to get it to pass. One of those crap policies involves taxing crypto, regulating crypto. No issue with taxes. I have no issue with crypto. I think taxes suck, but I'm going to pay them because it's the law and I don't want to go to prison. This guy, responsible for some of the language coming into this last minute provision, Senator Rob Portman of Ohio, doesn't understand crypto. As you can see here, the last minute provision is trying to generate an estimated $28 billion in tax revenue to pay for the infrastructure bill. That's great, that's fine, it just doesn't make any sense, and that's the issue. According to at least two crypto regulatory experts, it is so badly flawed it might be unenforceable, which would make it a waste, which it is. They're trying to define any actor who participates in a transfer of crypto as a broker, which could impose transaction reporting requirements on a strange array of players, including the people who mine the crypto, the decentralized exchanges or DEXs, and the people who use them, as well as software and hardware wallets. They're trying to make it to where these software and hardware wallets will be required to track and report user transactions. The problem is, these well-established wallets do not track or report user transactions, which would make the law impossible to comply with. The government is basically, this isn't just putting the cart before the horse. This is shooting the horse, lighting the cart on fire, and then wondering why it's not working right. You can't come after the fact of a well-established software and then try to shove a law around it and have it all make sense. There are at least two separate bills in the House right now. I reported on one of them a few weeks ago about trying to establish crypto as a commodity. These bills are trying to establish basic definitions, jurisdictions, and standards for crypto regulation. Having those in place before trying to rush through a poorly conceived tax might have been a good idea. Our government's not about good ideas, though. It's about pushing crap. So a really clear example of how this doesn't make any sense is with these wallets, okay? Wallets are just fundamentally tools for interacting with a database, not tremendously different from a web browser. They are not services any more than your leather wallet is a service for holding dollar bills. There is, in fact, no service managing Bitcoin or any other legitimate crypto, a fact that fundamentally clashes with the regulatory framework legislators are trying to shove it into. Like I said, the wallets are already established for nothing more than holding your crypto or transferring your crypto from one point to another point. You're not actually selling or transacting. You're just holding it there, just like you would hold your dollar bills inside of your wallet. When you go to use your dollar bills at the store, you're not expected to automatically report your transactions. So why would you try and shove software and hardware wallets into a definition that they don't fit into and waste everybody's time? Because the government's good at wasting time. That's why. The good news is not everybody involved with our government is completely stupid when it comes to crypto. There are some people who understand it. God bless Wyoming and the people who live there that deal with the crypto regulations. Another guy, Senior Democratic Senator and Chairman of the Senate Financial Committee, Ron Wyden, he tweeted out on Sunday, today, that Americans avoiding paying the taxes they owe through cryptocurrency is a real problem that deserves a real solution. That said, he believes what he called the Republican provision isn't close to being that solution. That Republican provision, provided by none other than Senator Rob Portman of Ohio, the fella from that last page that I told you didn't know anything about cryptocurrency. And it's true. Well, he might know something about cryptocurrency, but not a lot. Ron Wyden, as he points out, that people paying taxes on crypto is a real problem deserving a real solution. I don't know the data about people trying to avoid paying taxes with crypto. People are going to avoid paying taxes with any type of currency. It's not just a crypto problem, but it does deserve a halfway decent solution. Like I said, I hate taxes. I think everybody hates taxes. Nobody likes paying taxes. However, it's part of life. Two things in life guaranteed, taxes and death. So look, if I got to pay taxes on the money that I'm making on my crypto, so be it. I'll pay it because I don't want to go to prison. So I'll pay my taxes. With that being said, the people who don't want to pay taxes are going to go around any loophole that the government tries to instill. So the government should try to just keep their regulations simple and to the point and understand where they can and cannot enforce these regulations. Like I said, they can't enforce it on the wallets. It doesn't make any sense. Same thing with the miners. There's nothing to report, okay? These people just need to report their income as they should. And if they want to get around that, they're going to get around that, okay? Bitcoin, a lot of people probably think that it's still some magical anonymous software that you can use to just skirt around everything. Completely not the case. But most people probably heard about cryptocurrency like 10 years ago when they heard about the Silk Road and how Bitcoin was used to buy drugs off the dark web. Completely outdated technology. That's where the government's at. The government's at that level. Cryptocurrency is like 10 steps ahead of that. So if they really want to skirt around regulations, technology is going to find a way before any government can catch up to it. Instead of trying to do the impossible by staying ahead of crypto and regulate stuff that hasn't happened yet, regulate what you have, what you can control, and accept the fact that there's always going to be slippage you can't control. That applies to cryptocurrency, fiat currency, any type of illegal activity. You're never going to be able to eradicate illegal activity no matter what you do. So why not just try to regulate what you know you can and accept the loss on the rest? Because with cryptocurrency, if you keep pushing it and keep pushing it, they're just going to come out with better, stronger, faster ways to avoid regulation. It's already happened. Like I said, Bitcoin being some anonymous platform, that's like outdated from 10 years ago. There are tons of coins that exist right now that jump through more blockchain loopholes than you can count to avoid being found out who you are and what you're doing with your transactions. Our government can barely keep up with established crypto, let alone coins that are coming out. Like, well, I'm not going to identify any of them, but just there's coins out there that can jump through all of these portals to avoid detection. And if our government keeps pushing towards that, coins are going to keep pushing towards anonymity. Anonymity? Coins are going to want to remain anonymous. Users are going to want to remain anonymous. Like I said, you're never going to be able to eradicate illegal activity. Just try to regulate what you can on people who don't mind going the legal route to do things. With all that being said, here's Bitcoin's price for the week. Last Sunday, we liquidated quite a few shorts. Sunday night had that nice little jump up. Throughout the week, got a few more legs up. Was sitting around 41,000 for a while. As you can see, we've dipped right below that $40,000 mark. We're still in a range. If you've watched any of my videos, you've heard me talk about this range since the end of May. And we are still in it. Even with this giant bump up of like $10,000, we're still in that range. And I don't really see that range being broken. Broken with confirmation. What that means is getting that next leg up. Being able to, I think that the next support level was at 40,600. This black line right here. And as you can see, we have currently came below that support. I don't think that means that everything's going to crash back down to 30, but I wouldn't be surprised to see 38, 37 even. And in the same breath, I wouldn't be surprised to see this back up above 40,000 within the next, 5 minutes. 40,600 support. If you zoom out, matter of fact, we'll take it off the 45-minute chart to the daily chart. A week ago, our support level was down here at 31,500. After 10 straight days of green candles, that weekly support level got moved up to 40,600. As you can see, the support used to be the resistance. When we were down in this early portion of the range trying to push up, kept getting rejected at this level, finally was able to pass the level, try to establish new support. If this new support cannot be established, we'll just come back down, test mid-range, find our new support level, and try to bounce off of that. For now, I will go ahead, remove that line. Keep this line of support just to see what happens over the next few days. We just had the daily open, so this candle has been closed out, and we will see what Sunday/Monday brings. This other line I have, exponential moving average, 21-day. Zoom on out. You can see every time that we've broke above, we've had that next leg up. Broke above, next leg up. Obviously on the same side, when we break below it, next leg down. Break below it, next leg down. Right here, if you can see, we're building that next leg up, which I think could turn out to be extremely bullish. As I said, though, we can break down just as easy as we can break up. Technical analysis is not a crystal ball. There's a lot that goes into it. It's more entertainment for anything else, in my opinion, for what I use it for. None of this is financial advice. The only advice that I will give you is do not trust the government and write your senator to try to tell them to not be stupid. Not just with cryptocurrency, with everything. And not just your senator either. With all that being said, my rant is over about the government. Glad I don't live in communist China, or else I would have had my door kicked in already and I'd be arrested. I'm very glad I live in this country. Best country in the world, in my opinion. Our government just sometimes irritates me, that's all. So, we'll keep an eye on the infrastructure bill, we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin's price action, and we'll keep watching trend lines. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good week. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, donate me money. I don't know.